Hi there, I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for joining me today. My name is Melissa Lemon, and this month I'm talking about the concept of authenticity and teaching some ways where we can become more authentic and heal from inauthenticity and all the things. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about troubleshooting in our journeys to becoming more authentic, because when we live in a space of inauthenticity for an extended period of time, it can be really difficult to just automatically shift into authenticity, and it's kind of a process, and it can be a long process and an arduous process, and it can be sadly a damaging process to ourselves and to others as we begin to take those steps. So I'm just going to share a quick story. I had a friendship where I was being pretty inauthentic for a really long time, and the reason I was being inauthentic is because I didn't want to hurt my friend's feelings, a dear friend. And when I finally decided to become authentic, actually it wasn't a decision. I felt kind of thrust into it through an experience that served as a catalyst. But when I finally did become authentic, it did not go well. And I would say I lost the friendship because of it. And that has been hard. And it's also been good, because if we can't be authentic in our friendships and be accepted for who we are and for our individual needs and preferences and all those things, then it's not really a true friendship. So I wanted to share some ponder questions / journaling questions today. So I've written a few out that I want to read to you, and you can write them down if you want, ponder them, just let them float on your subconscious mind if you want. But I'm going to go ahead and read them now. So the first one is, what would it feel like if I could break through my cloud of inauthenticity and into the light of authenticity? The second question is, in what ways am I going to begin today to be more authentic? The next one is, in which ways do I need to forgive myself for being inauthentic and heal from the damage it has caused me and others to remain stuck in a place of inauthenticity? And the last one is, how would it feel to know that it was safe for me to be my authentic self at all times? And I talk about this a little bit in the discernment video. You can go back and watch it. But being authentic at all times doesn't mean we're necessarily sharing our authentic selves at all times. It's important to practice discernment and to develop the skill of discernment so that we're being our authentic selves in a way that is safe for us and others. And that's interesting because, like I said about my friendship, I was being inauthentic, thinking I was protecting my friend, right? Thinking I was keeping things a safe place for her, and really I wasn't. And so I think that has to do more with, acquaintance experiences in groups of people or in public and things like that. With our close relationships, I think we should be able to be authentic all of the time. And yeah, that's just what I think. So I would say that's what I know from personal experience. So both on the receiving end of inauthenticity, of someone's inauthenticity, and on the giving end of being inauthentic in a relationship. So some food for thought there. And just a reminder, it is a troubleshooting process. If we've lived in that space for a long time, it can be tricky to begin to navigate a place of authenticity. And I just want to say, the safest place where we can be authentic and the safest relationship where we can be authentic is with the divine. And I talk about that a little bit in my video about spiritual authenticity. And if maybe we're worried about being our authentic self with another important relationship, we can always be our authentic self with that relationship. We can trust that is a safe place for us to express everything we're thinking and feeling in a safe way without repercussions. The divine just wants to know us, just wants to hear from us, just wants to have our hearts. And you know, we can't say it wrong. We can't feel it wrong. We can't think it wrong when we're in that relationship. And so I would highly encourage everybody to start there. If you're beginning to become authentic, to start there and to know that that is a safe space where you can be your authentic self all the time. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.